A Samit Patel double hundred and a fired-up Notts pace attack put the hosts well on top against visitors Leicestershire on day 2. Nottinghamshire resumed on day 2 in the commanding position of 345 for 4, but it was Leicestershire who drew first blood in the morning session, with Klein removing Ricky Vessels in the second over of the day, Vessels adding just 2 to his overnight score of 28. Leicestershire would have been hoping to encounter a more subdued Samit Patel on day 2, but the 32-year-old simply picked up where he'd left off on day 1, pasting the Leicester attack to all corners of the ground. Klein, however, continued his one-man crusade to curtail the Notts' onslaught as he picked up his 5th wicket of the innings when removing Reed for 7. James Pattinson joined Patel in the middle as Notts' total pushed past 400 and Patel pressed on towards a second consecutive county championship double hundred. And so it proved, as in the 112th over of the innings, Patel flew through the 190s by hitting spinner Ackerman for 3 consecutive boundaries, the last of which brought up his double ton from 262 deliveries, including 25 fours and a 6. Pattinson too began to get in on the act as the floodgates opened, the big Aussie quick adding a quick-fire 33 as Notts continued to pile on the runs. Pattinson departed shortly before the lunch break, by which time Notts had battered themselves into the imposing position of 473 for 7. The Samit Patel show continued early in the middle session as Notts' total passed 500. Patel had made 247 when he was eventually dismissed, caught by Klein after mistiming a pull off Ackerman, the right-hander having made an incredible 504 runs from his last 2 county championship knocks. Newman Fletcher lasted just 1 delivery when he became Klein's 6th victim of the innings, but Stuart Broad continued the onslaught for Notts as he cut loose, smashing an unbeaten 50 from just 52 deliveries. Notts reached 548 for 9 when the declaration finally came, with Broad and Ball the not-out batsmen. It was a daunting task that faced Leicestershire in their first innings, and they required a strong start in reply. However, it would prove to be a nightmare session for the visitors as they lost 5 wickets before the tea break. Dearden was first to go, caught behind off Pattinson for 6. Ackerman made 8 before he feathered an edge to Reed off Fletcher. Cosgrove added 9 before he fell victim to a fired-up Pattinson, the Australian international bowling with real pace and venom. Jake Ball then got in on the act as he removed Eckersley for 3, Reed with his 4th catch of the innings in just the 17th over. Horton looked to steady the ship for Leicestershire with a succession of boundaries, but when Ball removed him for 31, the visitors were reeling at 75 for 5, still 473 runs behind with just 5 wickets in hand. Patini and Hill scratched around after the interval, but the visitors had to wait an age before they added a boundary, Hill striking Pattinson for 4 in the 33rd over of the innings. However, in the very next Pattinson over, Hill departed clean bowled, Leicestershire 98 for 6, bringing Clint Mackay to the crease. Mackay immediately imposed himself, bringing the 100 up in the process. But he was soon in search of a new partner, as Patini fell, caught by Taylor off Pattinson for 14, the Australian's 4th of the innings. Mullaney was brought back into the attack and had joy in his first over, bowling Klein for 1. Griffiths was the next man in, and he went on an immediate offensive against Pattinson, striking him for 2 consecutive 4s. A third was beyond him though, Pattinson bringing up his fifer with yet another wicket clean bowled, leaving Leicestershire 113 for 9. Rain and Mackay added a useful 21 before Mullaney brought the innings to a close when he had Rain caught by Taylor for 1. 134 all out, Mackay unbeaten on 18. Pattinson the pick of the Notts bowlers with 5 for 33, and Nottinghamshire with a colossal 414 run first innings lead going into day 3.